The next category I'd like to talk to you about today is your credit report. Hopefully all of you check your credit report at least once a year, but I'm betting that a lot of you haven't checked it before. It's very important to check your credit report. The information that is on it is any loans that you've taken out, any credit cards that you have out, student loans, house payments, those kind of things, all on your credit report. Medical bills don't necessarily show on your credit report, as well as utility bills. Those kinds of things, of course, if you're delinquent on those payments, then those do show on your credit as a negative item. Otherwise, if you're paying your bill on time, usually those don't show up. It's very important to know what is on your credit report. If there is information that is incorrect, it can lower your credit score. And so, of course, it's important for you to look at that. And if there is incorrect information, then you need to follow proper procedure to get that changed. And, of course, the other thing you need to do is make sure the information that should be on your credit report is on there. We've had an instructor of a college orientation actually tell me that his mortgage payment was not showing on his credit report. And that is a big payment for most people, and usually that's one we make on time. So once he took care of that situation and it was reporting, his credit score increased by quite a bit. So not only making sure negative information isn't on there, but making sure that positive information is on there is important. Some of you are probably thinking, well, I don't have credit, so there probably isn't anything on my credit report. Hopefully there's not. But it's important for you still to check, because somebody else could have your information and be establishing credit in your name when it's not really you. It's important to take care of that as soon as you find out, rather than waiting until you do have a home loan or a car loan and somebody has ruined your credit and you have to deal with it at that time. It is procedure, of course, to get these things taken care of, but it's very important that you do take care of them. Identity theft has become more and more of a problem. So your credit report is one of the first ways that you can check for identity theft. So that's one reason why it's important to check your credit report. The other reason is not only do creditors look at your credit report, but landlords, insurance companies, even employers look at your credit report. So you need to know what is on there and make sure that it's correct. If you've had credit problems in the past, it's more a matter of time than anything in order to improve your credit. But if you know what's on there and know what you need to work on, then you can focus on correcting those things. The information that shows on your credit report, how well you pay your bills, whether you pay them on time, how much you pay, whether you pay more than the minimum payment on credit cards, those kinds of things all show up on your credit report. Also, the limits that you have on your credit show up. So if you have 5 credit card accounts that have a $2,000 limit on each of them, that means you have the potential to charge $10,000. So creditors will look at that and determine whether they want to lend you money as well. So it's important to keep your credit cards, to 1 or 2, those kinds of things. The information that shows on your credit report, positive information stays on your credit report pretty much forever. Negative information stays on for 7 to 10 years, depending on what it is. And then inquiries, which is any time that somebody looks at your credit report, those stay on for 6 months to 2 years. So when you're going shopping at Christmas time and they offer you the 10% discount to open a credit line, don't do that, because the money that you save with that 10% really probably isn't worth it, because that is going to show a line of credit that you have open, which again means even if you don't use it, but you have the potential to go out and use it. Also, store credit cards notoriously have higher interest rates. Generally, they're going to be 24, 26, 29%. So if you feel like you need a credit card, then it's probably a wise idea to look at a regular credit card. And of course, when you're looking at that, you need to look at the interest rate they're offering. You need to look at the annual percentage rate. You need to look to make sure there's no annual fee that you're paying. That kind of information is very important when you're searching for a credit card. Back to the credit report. Don't go to freecreditreport.com. That is not a free site. You do have to provide your credit card information in order to access that free credit report. But basically what you're signing up for is a credit monitoring service, and they will look at your credit report every month. Again, an inquiry that will show up. So they're monitoring your credit. The website that you need to go to check your credit report is www.annualcreditreport.com. There are 3 credit reporting agencies, and you can check each one of those agencies one time a year for free. Your credit score is not included in that. You do have to pay in order to see your credit score. It's generally $5.95 to $7.95. But I recommend, if you don't know what your credit score is, pay for one so that you have a starting point where you can monitor your credit from there on out.